On this episode, I will be doing a VR, which will give me the opportunity to share a 1959 unopened pack. And I will also be sharing with you the greatest autograph that I've ever seen in my life. And in addition, I'll be opening up community mail, as this episode is all about community love, and it's all coming up right. Hello, everybody. My name is Robert Sagady. I'm also known as the Commenting Collector. I hope everyone had a great week. I certainly did, as I'm super excited to do another episode involving community love. And to kick it off, I'll be doing a VR for Basement Collector. That's Jason's channel. And Jason is celebrating his 3-year anniversary doing videos on YouTube. He's got a great channel. He shows some great TTMs. He shows old sports biographies, believe it or not. He's building a Jason, his namesake, Franken set. So, of course, being the wisecracker that I am, I suggested a must-have. He's got to have the old Jason for Friday the 13th. So I hope he can find one of those. He's also into showing rookie cards. I mean, who isn't? He's starting a great collection of Topps baseball card wrappers that he's been showing on the channel, and he's doing a lot more. So just go to his channel and subscribe to discover all the goodness that Jason has to offer. Besides all that cool stuff, watching Jason's channel is enjoyable because his verbal delivery is so nice, clear, and relaxing. But at the same time, concise and educational. Well, for that reason, it wasn't surprising to find out that he's been a school teacher for over 20 years. Thank you for your service on that, Jason. Greatly appreciated. So here's what Jason is looking for to help celebrate his 3 years doing videos. By the way, qualifies for him to do or to be in the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. So keep that in mind next year when you're casting your votes. So here are the requirements for Jason's VR. A, be subscribed. Check. So if you're not, like I am, make sure you go over to his channel after watching this video and make sure you subscribe, and then you'll enjoy his content. You'll get alerts to when he's dropping a new video. And if you want to do what I'm doing, you'll also be eligible to do a VR to win some fabulous prizes that he's offering for his contest. And he wants to know how long I've been making videos. So yeah, hello, my name is Robert Sagady. I'm also known as the Commenting Collector.
Hello,
I've been making
Robert,
videos for a year and a half,
collector.
and I've made 88 regular length videos. And then I'm going to show you kind of what I've been featuring in the videos, including some new items that I'm just can't wait to share with you. And no, before I flip the camera around, stick around, because I'll also be showing some great couple pieces of mail that I'm going to open, and I think you're going to like it because they're from some great channels. So I'm going to turn the camera around, and I'll be right back. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. So for that reason, because Jason, Basement Card Collector, wants us to talk about our channel, and I'm going to show kind of the categories of the items that I collect and that I show on my channel, which I will add as a very selfless gesture by Jason, because instead of wanting us to talk about something he's interested in, he wants us just to talk about our own channel, which I am, as a self-promoter, happy to oblige. So I would like to start it off by just saying, as a kid, I was a big sports fan. So for that reason, it was a natural thing to buy and collect sports cards. And of course, in the 70s, when I bought them at the store, they were new. But now, all these years later, they're vintage. I do occasionally buy a new box or pack of Topps baseball just because it's kind of a tradition. And mostly, though, I will say that I'm a vintage card collector. As a matter of fact, I just bought a vintage baseball or I shouldn't say baseball because there's baseball, football, and hockey in it. So let's just say I bought a vintage sports card collection, and I'm really excited to share it with everyone. And if you're interested and you haven't been following along, it's called, I call it the grocery store find. And if you want to find out why I call it that, just go look in my video collection under Chasing Dreams, and I chronicle going over to Bruce's house and looking through his cards, evaluating his cards. And then in the second video, after I appraised them, I go back to Bruce's house and we try to strike a deal. And obviously, at this point in time, that it was a successful purchase. And like I said, I'm excited to show those cards. They're mainly from the late 60s, early 70s. However, in addition to that, I do enjoy collecting Topps unopened baseball packs. In fact, my collection, as you can see, is a 25 pack run from 1970 through 1994. I should say that is the goal, as I'm missing 3 packs. I'm missing the 1970, 71, and 73, as those are just a little bit tougher to find. Therefore, they're a little bit more expensive, as I don't have an unlimited budget. But I've been slowly but surely piecemealing this collection together over the last couple years. And well, I should say the reason that I decided to do 25 packs from the time frame I chose is because anything from the 50s and 60s are extremely rare and extremely expensive. I mean, I'd love to get my hands on a pack, sports cards packs from the 50s and 60s. I do have some non-sports packs from those eras that are that old, which I'll share with you in a second. But as you can see, the shadow box is 5x5, so it just happens to hold 25. So that's why I determined that to be what I was going to try to obtain and collect. So as you can see, I do have 3 spaces just waiting for those white whales, 70, 71, and 73. So as I just mentioned, I also collect, and you can see them behind me when I'm doing my videos, the unopened non-sports packs. And I have eras from 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, and I have a few 90s unopened pack. In fact, I'll show you this one right now. This is Wizard of Oz 1990 foil pack, and I just acquired it. Where, as you can see, it's just $4. And what I liked about, I love the wax packs, of course, but one good thing about foil packs, it's harder to open up. So, or I should say, open up, search, and then reseal them because they're foil. So that is a great pack for me because I'm also a Wizard of Oz fan, and so that ties in good. But I'm going to show you another one of my new acquired packs that I've just acquired. This is actually an older pack, And as you can see, it's cellophane, which is cool because you can actually see what's in there as opposed to the wax packs. But I will say I do enjoy the artwork on the wax packs. That's kind of neat too. But this is the second card, and that's another cool feature about this. And I should say, as I shouldn't bury the lead, this is actually 1959, so it's over 60 years old. New cards, and new cards, rock and roll stars. And there's 64 cards in the set. This is the Impalas, and obviously being unopened, they're in really nice condition. And then if you recognize this man, that's Steve Lawrence. And yeah, it's great and kind of a fun feature. I don't know if you can pick it up, but there's actually a third card sandwiched between. Oh, and I should say these are blank backs, so if you were to open them, which I'm not going to because they resisted temptation this long, I'm not going to break the streak, but if you were to open them, there is actually a third card inside, so there happens to be a little mystery card in there. And man, it could be some of the key cards from this set. It could be Elvis Presley, Frank Sinatra, Ray Charles, the Man in Black, Johnny Cash. But I guess as long as this pack is on my watch, I'm never going to find out. Oh, I should say, if someone could buy it, because this is only $14. It's not like it was that expensive. So if someone wanted to buy one to open it, it might be kind of neat to see if they could pull one of those key cards. Crossed my mind, but at this point, yeah, I'm just going to keep it unopened. That's how I roll. But yeah, so those are kind of my extremes on my unopened. I also love collecting pop culture. I've got some playlists that you could access if you haven't had a chance to see them when I originally released them, of my Wizard of Oz collection, my Willy Wonka collection, Planet of the Apes. I mean, those are my three probably favorite kind of pop culture items that I collect. But as a child of the 70s and 80s, I like a wide variety of pop culture collectibles. And kind of in that same line of thinking, as a kid, I really enjoyed watching Alfred Hitchcock's The Bird, which came out in 1963. And not long ago, Mrs. CC and I were watching it, and we hadn't seen it in a while, and man, we thoroughly enjoyed it. And it really held up. So Mrs. CC showed me a picture of the star of the movie, Tippi Hedren's autograph, and when I saw it, I knew I had to have it. So without further ado, and it's the best autograph I've ever seen, and I think when I show you, you'll understand why. I love how she just drops those T's down and then the H. Just a cool, stylistic autograph. And of course, the whole birds motif. She actually doodled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. She doodled those 9 birds. I just think it's awesome. And I just actually unboxed this particular piece when I was on Hugo from Signs of the Pastimes Live, in which he was actually celebrating a contest winner of whoever had submitted a idea to name Hugo's newfound bird. Believe it or not, Hugo chose the name that he liked best, and then there's actually a random drawing as well. But of course, seen a bird thing, I had to get that open and show everyone on his live. But yeah, I'm kind of pumped up to have this in my collection. And every time Tippy Hedren signs, she'll do this. Now, if it's like on a Golden Age smaller card, she'll write her name, and she might have a couple of these little birds on there. So, and those are available also on eBay. But and then the Alfred Hitchcock poster, which would be cool. She's done that. I've seen those on eBay, but I don't really have the space for another poster at this point. So, and I wanted, as opposed to the Golden Age card, I wanted like a quote unquote bigger canvas so she could do more stuff on there, which I found this beautiful piece. So yeah, if you haven't had a chance to see the movie The Birds, highly recommend it. It really holds up well after all these years. And if you saw it way back in the day, as I did when I was a kid, it's probably definitely worth a rewatch, because yeah, it's good stuff. So yeah, and this, I think this was like about 40 bucks or something like that. So to me, that's a pretty good value, because I do enjoy value hunting, you know, on my limited budget, with kids often to college and whatnot. I don't have a big budget for my collectibles. So when I was at my local vintage toy store, they actually had these in the his bargain bin, and I had to grab these. I mean, this is a actually there's two of them. I'll show you this one first. This is a Silver Age comic book. It's a, as you see, Space Family Robinson. Of course, it's a play on Swiss Family Robinson, and it's Lost in Space, which of course was a television show in the late 60s. So this one is 1968 February, and man, look at these painted covers. Just spectacular, the artwork and the price. Well, the original price was 12 cents. So, but $5.99. I mean, I don't buy a lot of new books, but you can't buy a new book for that. I mean, it's amazing. Yeah, you can't really see in the back because of the backboard, but yeah. So this, I mean, this is great. And then at the same time, I bought this Dark Shadows. This is, of course, 1960, not of course, but it is 1969. And I was going to say, of course, because it's no longer 12 cents as they were in 68. The price has gone up, shot up to 15 cents. But actually, the toy store owner actually had it cheaper than the Lost in Space one, because that was $5.99 and this is only $3.99. But again, look at that painted art cover. It's just great. I just love it. And I'm also a big fan of Dark Shadows. For those who are not familiar, this is Barnabas, and it's basically it was a soap opera in the 60s. And if you have Amazon Prime and you're interested, just search Dark Shadows, and they've got all the episodes in there. And yeah, they're actually pretty good, pretty entertaining. I really enjoy it, and I just, you know, like to diversify what I collect. And like Picker Jim, he says, like, I don't really know what I'm gonna buy until I see it. So when I saw these two in the bargain bin at the toy store, I just had to gobble them up. They were a pretty good deal. And before I remove these, I just wanted to shout out some of my subscribers who also have some great comic book items that they show on their channel. Wahoo Comics, Just Your Average Geeks, Dave, he's great. Justin, Three Good Nerds. Cheap Comics, that's the name of his channel. Crazy Hungarian, Direct Edition, Fred Hall, Hope Comics, and lastly, Cody from Where Did You Get That? Those are all subscribers of mine. Of course, I subscribe back to them, but they show comic books. So if you have any minute interest in comic books, check out their channel. I mean, some of them, or most of them, show more than comic books, but if you want to see some great books, go to their channel.
Cheap shots.
So the last item I wanted to show you for Jason Basement Card Collectors Contest, check this out. It's a 1930s 6-shooter Mickey 8mm film. And look at it. I love, it's not in the greatest shape, but look at the artwork on there. I love the Art Deco motif. And, this is from the 30s, so we're talking almost 100 years old. And speaking of value, I bought this at my local antique store, and it was only $10. So I thought that was a great deal. It's not in the greatest condition, so I don't mind handling it as well. I guess that's one of the benefits for not having something that's mint. So I just opened this up real quick. As you can see, there's 8mm. Look at that 6-shooter Mickey. I think that's how it originally came that way. It looked like probably wrote it like that at the factory. So if you had an 8mm film player, I got a feeling this would probably work and show well. So yeah, excited. I mean, these are kind of like the little oddball things that I collect, and who doesn't love Disney, Mickey Mouse? It's a great collectible, especially my friends, and I'm going to shout them out. Mr. and Mrs. Dre Diaz, also known as the Hobby Brigade. They're big Disney collectors. They got a fabulous channel. They do a lot of footage from Disney. They'll do pack rips and whatnot, so make sure you check them out. And, I'm going to just wrap it up by just saying, visit BK at MacWack Stacks. As speaking of Disney, he's a little goofy himself, and with March Madness right around the corner, that former Division I former Division I basketball player is someone you want to follow closely. So check out MacWack Stacks. And then speaking of other channels, I'm going to wrap it up by doing a quick mail day rip. And the first piece of mail comes from the unmitigated godfather of the sports community, Daryl Giordano.
You want to talk to the boss? Here I am.
Also known as Mr. 95 Cents. And I got another contest to win. And, Daryl gives away twice a week 4 prizes. And I was the 4th name out of his box. And I don't know if it is designed this way, but I always feel as he gives away 4 different prizes that the last name he pulls out of the box is usually the best. So I think I know what it is, and I know it's a great item. But yeah, it's always exciting to win. And I've talked about Daryl's channel many times because fortunately I've been a winner on his channel many times, and actually he has been a guest on my collector's chat. So go to my collector's chat community tab and check out that video along with the other collector chats. But anyway, hello Robert, congrats on the win, hope all is well. I threw in some extras for you, hope you enjoy. Yeah, that's another thing. Daryl, if you can see, Mr. 95 Cents, always I got his autograph too, that's pretty cool. As hopefully he'll be in the YouTube Sports Car Hall of Fame himself, which I know he doesn't care about, but like I said before, I couldn't even understand why they would have a YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame if Daryl Giordano's not in there. But yeah, there's his autograph. But yeah, he always throws in extras. So like I said, he's giving away 4 prizes twice a week. So he has probably given away thousands of cards during his years on YouTube. So yeah, just the greatest guy. So let's see what he sent. Yep, there's that Barry Sanders. I was the 4th name out of the box, so I think that was the best prize. Oh, good. Another reason to shout out BK MacWack Stacks, as him and Dr. K, big Detroit fans. So yeah, Barry Sanders. He didn't have a long playing career. He got out when he was still young and healthy, and still probably had his wits about him. A la Robert Smith, who played for the Vikings and did the same thing. But Barry Sanders, as you know, I'm preaching probably to the choir, but he was like a video game. He was like a real life video game character on the field, as the moves and spins he made were just amazing.
Yeah, but people had to make up signs like that. I mean, they ought to just, go to their homes and read books.
Sanders still on his feet, and Sanders is gone.
So thanks, Mr. 95 cents. I really appreciate that. It's a panini. Just, tiny, very tiny card. And here's some of the extras. Tiger. Okay, Detroit Tiger fan, player. I'm not familiar with him, but Tariq Skubal. Let me know if he's a good player, BK, and on the other Tiger fans. Shout out Lisa Z. Torrey Hunter. This is CC's favorite player, holding up one of his many gold gloves that he won. Great looking card. Oh, Kirk Loudermilk. He was a great center for the Vikings. 92. Yeah, that's cool. You don't see these too often. And I haven't thought about Mr. Loudermilk in a long time, so it's cool to get the pack or get his cards. So, yeah. Oh, actually, there's a whole another pack or another sleeve. Todd Walker. He was one of the big. He was a great college player. Never really fulfilled the the projected superstar status he was supposed to be when the Twins drafted him out of college. But yeah, good to see Mr. Walker. Yeah, and he led the 1996 minor leaguers in total bases. Yeah, so he had a great minor league career. He was one of the Twins' top prospects. Kirby Puckett, nice chrome. Always loved the chrome. Good looking card. Got the old school Twins jersey on. Joe Mauer, recently inducted to the Hall of Fame a couple years ago. And Frankie, sweet music viola. But more importantly, look at that Hills. I don't have a Hills card. That's like a grocery store or something. Which, yeah, being in the food business, I'll have to look that up. And I know Mr. 95 Cents was in the food business for a while himself. So I wouldn't be surprised if Hills was not or was a grocery store. I wouldn't be surprised. So, yeah. Thanks, Mr. 95 Cents. Really appreciate that. And then last, and certainly not least, I got this from Dave, Vintage Dave T. And he just simply requested, or he made the offer on his channel, that if anyone is interested receiving his new personalized card, just drop him an email. So I'm sure that offer still stands. So if you weren't aware of it, yeah, go to Vintage Dave T's channel and yeah, send him an email, and which I did, and look at that. So cool. It's kind of in the spirit of the 1951 blueback. Yeah, and it's got his QRC code. I haven't scanned it yet, but probably goes right to his channel. So neat. Oh, and it's numbered 12 of 150. So maybe I spoke too soon, but yeah, go to Dave T's channel, see if he has any left, and if he does, maybe you'll be lucky enough to get one. But yeah, he's got a great channel, somewhat new, but he recently had a contest of his own when he was celebrating, I think, his 100th subscriber. Then it went to 200, so he's over 200 subs now. So, you know, if you're not subscribed to him, do yourself a favor, go to his channel, give him a sub, and before you know it, he'll be at 250 and beyond. So great. And then, just like Daryl, he sent an extra, a couple extras of the 62, the wood grain, Bill Tuttle. Knowing that I'm from Minnesota and a Twins fan, he sent that. Well, I should mention Dave T, Mr. Thompson is he's out of the Pacific Northwest, so he's a big Mariners fan. So yeah, it's great to get representation all across this great country and other continents. Of course, we got Canada, we got Japan, and all other parts beyond. And then finally, there he is, Byron Buxton. Great, just like Torrey Hunter, great fielder, a lot of speed. Fortunately, he was injured a lot, but yeah, I really appreciate this, Dave. Nice to get your card. I'll probably put that with all my other channel cards. So that wraps it up. On behalf of Jason, Basement Card Collector, thank you so much. Mr. 95 Cents, Daryl Giordano, and of course Dave T. I really appreciate it. And they always say the early bird gets the worm, but it's the second mouse that normally gets the cheese. Think about it. So yeah, subscribe. Make sure if you want, comment. Give the channel a like. Really appreciate it. And until next time, as I always say, good collecting.
You'll never be in doubt. That's what it's all about. You can't take me for granted and smile. Calvin, please, I'm gone. Forget reaching me by phone, because I promise I'll be gone for a while. When you see me again, I hope that you have been the kind of person that you really are now. You got to